This episode is sponsored by KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Do you desire to belong to a community of unity? Visit KOGpassion.com to learn more about the Unleash Your Dopeness movement. Looking to advertise? Join the Sphere's vast demographic reach of thousands of people all over the world. Send an email today to advertise@thesphere.tv or call us at area code 832-772-7789. Houston Housewives of Finance. For more information on increasing your cash flow, becoming your own money manager, and to schedule your complimentary personal finance strategy, contact the Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463.
Good evening, everyone. What's going on? It's your man, Kalen Laws. Welcome to a new edition of, I'm about to say the wrong show, of G is for Gentlemen. Do me a favor, go ahead and follow me on all social media outlets, especially Instagram at SeniorWapo713. That's SENORGUAPO 713. Give me a shout, DM me, let me know how stylish you are today, especially all my gents out there. Shout out to you. I want to give a quick shout out to my boy, my brother from another style, brother B Mont. He is out of the studio today on official business, getting things handled. So B, we appreciate you, man, and get out there and come back to us safe, man. But in his stead, we have some phenomenal guests. They're friends of ours. They're friends to the show. Been here before. We have the brothers of Jamil Hawk, but more specifically, we have the creative director and lead designer of Jamil Hawk, brother Jamil Hawk. What's up, man? How are you?
What's going on?
You doing well?
We miss you, B.
I'm doing well.
Well,
we miss you, B.
Good.
Come back safely.
Absolutely. Good to have you. Then we have the man with the plan, brother John Roy, House of Savvy. He also works with Jamil Hawk as well. Jamil Hawk as well. What up, John?
You know why I'm here.
Really?
Wow,
So we're gonna be a diva today? We're gonna be a diva today with the one-liners and stuff like that.
What's up?
I hate when guys do that. Be like, guys, they be having on the shades and be like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I'm
then
chilling.
Then they lean it back.
Yeah, I always watch The Breakfast Club. So,
Bro, they do that. So many cats do
that's
that.
So funny.
It's
funny.
irritating. As a media guy, it's so irritating.
I know.
For me to watch that, because I be wanting to scream at cats through the screen and punch the screen, but I need my computer, so I can't punch it. You see what I'm saying?
You need your computer.
I need my computer.
Your computer.
I hate when people say computer.
Computer?
Computer, yeah. So what's up, brothers? How y'all doing, man?
Man, we
Blessed.
blessed.
Yeah?
Very blessed.
Blessed.
Working hard.
Thank y'all for coming, accepting the invitation, man.
Thank you for having us.
So you said, Jamil, y'all working hard. What's new? What y'all working hard on?
So we're working hard on Inception. So it's the beginning of Jamil Hawk, presenting, featuring Chastity Surreal, and a lot of great sponsors, Hennessy, Moet, and we're doing this for charity. No Excuses Charity, and also Houston Children Charity, and I think it's going to be. We have great music. From Imani Scott to Luke to
Luke.
Yeah, so I mean,
Luke who?
Go ahead, go.
Luke Whitney, man.
Luke, okay, I thought you said Luke. I thought I said Uncle Luke.
Uncle Luke, yeah, we bought. Whoa.
That's crazy. I know how, and she was anyway. That's a different. We off
Is she
air.
oblivious?
No. She just wasn't that girl growing up. And so then when we saw, all of us saw on Facebook that, wait, you marrying who? We're like, wow. It don't make, opposites really do attract.
Right,
I'll say
wow.
that. She's nothing like what we grew up knowing Luke to be.
But
But
Inception's about fashion, though.
Yeah, I love it.
Inception.
Nice.
So Inception. The title of the event.
J.
Let's start with the collection. The title of the collection is Inception.
Okay.
Title of
Why though? Why Inception for the collection?
So Inception, I feel like it's the beginning. You know,
Yeah.
it's the beginning of this journey, the beginning of Jamil Hawk, and that's for a whole. You know, everybody that's part of this is part of Jamil Hawk. So, you know, in some form or fashion.
Right. So it's like the birth is what you saying.
Correct. It's the
rebirth.
birth. It's the rebirth.
Okay. Give me
Yeah.
right then. Let me know.
All right, give me.
You got it though. But that, I mean, if you think about Inception, every day, anytime you're blessed to wake
Right.
up and see another day,
Right.
that you have another opportunity to start. You have your perfect beginning,
Yeah.
your perfect inception.
Right.
It's all about it really is about persistence, resilience, doing what it takes. As long as you have breath in your body to
Yeah.
continue to work forward to that what's success.
And we bring that to creativity. You know, that's what I bring to the table to far as in fashion. You know,
Yeah.
that whole inception, that rebirth. You know, when you wake up and you know, that's a rebirth of a new day. You know what I mean? What are you
Yeah.
gonna do? You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Be the best you can be. So it's the inception. So this day, on March 10th, we're gonna put on a great, you know, show, and it's the beginning of what we feel is going to be great.
beginning of a legacy.
Yeah,
The
beginning of-
legacy of Jamil Hawk. That's
So,
exactly what it is.
That's dope. So what? So when it's all said and done, what do you guys want the legacy of Jamil Hawk to be?
I want it to be just full of unity and teamwork. Like I want it to be full of that and just collaboration. I want to be a designer of collaborations too. You
Yeah.
know, I feel like if we all work together, we able to succeed more further than we are. But
As I continue to grow in this space, man, in terms of the fashion space, I really, and you said something that stuck out, especially when we start talking about a couple of the players that you and we talked about earlier this week. How collaboration is so needed, but it's
Right.
also like a life's blood of the textile industry in terms
Right.
of designers, right?
Right.
Because everybody's trying to get on. So look, let's just rock together. Let me support you, and I'm gonna support, and then vice versa, and we can all get this notice because it's room enough for everybody to eat.
Absolutely.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so it's funny that you said it. I appreciate that, man. So we're talking about Inception. You said it's on March 10th. Where is it?
it's going to be. Go ahead. Go ahead.
So it's gonna be at it's the name the title of the event is Inception at the Mansion. Man, it's because I know it's kind of cliche, but it's at a mansion that's north downtown, 5006 Fulton Street to be exact. It's
The newly renovated mansion.
Yep, newly renovated. It's like on the edge of North Downtown, Main and Calvert is the actual cross streets. It's a mansion. Looks like it. What is it? Like it doesn't belong. It just surprise you. It just creeps up on you. But it's a beautiful, beautiful home. We're going to be utilizing inside and outside because it's that impeccable that it's only right that we utilize 100% of its capacity
Right.
for something marvelous, something
Great cause.
game-changing for the fashion industry in Houston, and most importantly, yes, for a great cause. Of course, we've partnered with Houston Children's Charity as well as No Excuses Foundation. Just to kind of give you a brief background of both of these foundations. So Houston Children's Charity, of course, raises money and provides resources to underprivileged children. No matter, it could be due to home circumstances or it could be medical circumstances. But versus No Excuses Foundation, they solely focus on building a platform and providing resources for artistic children that actually aspire to have a career in the arts, and particularly fashion, but they also focus on sports. Of course, what hit home with us was fashion.
Yeah.
And it's the only foundation that we have been able to find in Houston, Texas, that is actually trying to have a focus on helping build children with these artistic gifts.
Right. And that's most important. I mean, far as in just giving back. I mean, giving back to the youth is what, who we need to listen to and who we need to invest in. So, I mean, that's our future. So why not?
That is definitely the future of Houston. If we want to grow, we want to continue to be competitive in fashion. We must understand the children of the future.
Right.
And we need to give back to them.
Yeah. I believe the children are our future. Teach them well, then. Let them lead the way. Show them all. So that's dope, man. That's dope. I love it, man. So my first career was nonprofit management and working with charitable organizations. So that's super, super near and dear to my heart, man. I love what you guys are doing. I love the partnerships that are going on. I truly do. Talk to us though a little bit about what can we expect. Like, don't give me too much. Don't give any spoilers away, right? But give me a little appetizer of what we can expect to see and or experience.
I mean, good vibes. But
Good
far
vibes
as in
always
fashion, I mean, you're gonna see what I want you to see is pretty much, a lot of people who are influenced, in fashion and love fashion and being a part of fashion. And I mean,
Give him this is the big clue. Think Buckingham Palace.
Okay. Hey.
I mean,
Without giving away too much.
Yeah,
think Buckingham
no. Don't give away all the medicine.
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Buckingham Palace, but in the field, Buckingham Palace. Like, just think about that grittiness too.
So this is what I need you guys to do. Those of you who are listening and or watching, when the show is over, go Google Buckingham Palace. Look at the fashion.
John hit it
look
right
at
on
the
there.
vibes. Check out the music that's around the era, right? Like, look at it all, and just so that way you can be prepared and you can be a part of it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So as a designer, Jamil, let me ask you, what? And this is kind of a. I'll put your designer. I mean, your designer hat is always on, but really want you to give us the game. What should men look for when shopping for pieces? As a designer, what do you as a designer when you shop? What games can you give guys to look at? Like, what am I looking for? Like, how do I know what's quality? How do I know what's not quality? Give me some tips.
I mean, for a good suit, for a good suit to know it's good quality in the sleeve, and knowing that the sleeve is hung correctly or placed correctly. I say, check the sleeve, see how it drapes. If it's like a nice little curve shape towards the front, that's a pretty good suit. Of course, about full canvas and half canvas. The difference between that. What far as in what I shop for?
For those who don't know, in terms of full canvas, the layman's term is the lining. Right. Look at the lining. Look at the lining in the suit. Make sure it's stitched correctly. Make sure it drapes over you. It doesn't bunch. All that kind of deal. Right.
And but what I look for, I mean, I just look for things that's just unique a little bit, but still kind of simple.
So are you a minimalist? Are you a minimalist? Not quite.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I am, but I can throw an edge. I like subtle detail. That's what it is. Okay. It's subtle detail.
You freaking designers. All designers love subtle detail.
No, not all of them.
I'm being. It's a generalization. But what I'm saying is, like, oh my God, look at the stitch. Yo, most dudes don't care nothing about the stitching. You know what I'm saying? Or how it's fused. Like, what it look like when I look in the mirror.
Right. That's why
guys.
But that's why I focus on fit though.
Right. Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Because most guys, all guys is not built the same. Like, no guy is built, no woman is built the same. So you got to focus mostly on fit and what you can generalize for as in fit. How many of this body figure can fit in this large? Right. How can I, customize this fit? And it could just be a t-shirt, and as simple as that.
Yeah, man. It's so remind the people kind of how you got started. Where did you start? Like, give me the genesis of the brand.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. Well, it really started just with me just going to school. I've always, and it really just started with me just while I was young, just into arts, just really, really big, and just wanted to design, just whatever. I was really big in, fonts and, graphic design. Okay. And, placement and seeing negative space, like those things. Going to art school just all my life, like from elementary to college. And
what about high school?
Yeah, high school. I mean, high school.
Did you do anything, any type of art with shirts or anything in high school?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
you did?
John. I made John some shirts.
I bring it back home because that's when it started.
Really? I didn't know, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Going on, like he literally was was painting
actually,
brushing
that's where
on t-shirts.
that's one part of it. But the part when I was thinking, because John had told me, he was like, really, that's one part of it, because he was like, yes, this is where it came from for sure. But what it really came from was my mom used to always shop at Sears, right? And she used to always give me the yellow and blue, right? And I used to be like, I don't like yellow and blue together. Stop giving me this. And I used to wear Huskies, when you was a big kid, and you used to go and get the Husky clothes, and I used to be in the most craziest colors, like yellow and blue. Right. Like, why you want to look like Michigan just all over, all the time, like all the time. So I always wanted to make my own, like, just I always thought just like I want to make my own clothes just like one day. But I was always just artistic. And then when I'm, going into high school and meeting John, it's just, John was really, really like, John is not what you see him is right now, or if we are on live. We are on live. Yeah. But he didn't dress like this. We, back in 2003 and stuff like that. The long tees, tall tees with the airbrushing on there. So I made the airbrushing, the Air Force One. I was getting into airbrushing and trying to learn.
You were starting,
yeah, I was starting. So, and it was the clothing and things like that, and how he put it together was cool to me. I thought it was cool, but I wanted to always took it another step. I always knew I needed to profound my skill. You know what I'm saying, as far as in designing, because I knew I had an eye for something.
Right.
You know what I mean? And it's an eye for it's just an eye for design. Right. And fashion is we love fashion because that's a representation of who you are as a person walking around each day.
Yeah, man.
So
we're talking with Jamil Hawk,
right,
and John Roy, House of Savvy. And they're giving us some dope stories, some dope game. And in fact, this portion of the show is sponsored by a dope company called KOG and Company. Are your unique gifts and talents changing the world? Unleash Your Dopeness is a people empowerment movement built to encourage the masses to operate outside of their fears and have the gall to recklessly pursue their passions and dreams in life. Join thousands of others as we unlock the greatness that dwells inside, and shop dope gear at KOGpassion.com. That's KOGpassion.com, and use coupon code DOPE with an exclamation point for 10% off of exclusive Unleash Your Dopeness apparel. Act now. Ahora. Sizes are selling out fast. So you were making airbrush shirts, right? Mm-hmm. For John Roy. Mm-hmm. What was that like? Did it give you more clout into school? Like how did that happen? Or did you need some help? You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, what happened was
like, oh, he coming here for what's popping? Tell me about that.
He saw I was fresh and he wanted to steal my shine.
Oh, no. Are you talking about the actual work, or are you talking about the actual work, or how when it first started? Like
no, when you put the shirts on.
He asked you how you felt.
And you got to school. What was the reaction, son? Like
everybody was like, okay. My thing is, I always wore bold colors. Like when it came to Air Force Ones and J's, I had the most exclusive kicks. I mean, like Easter Air Force Ones to invisible. Like I used to be the most exclusive.
Man,
I was just lying premium.
Hey, that boy's shoe collection was amazing.
Like, I got every pair. I didn't pass up.
Like earlier today, he over here sending me pictures of old shoes, Gucci before Alejandro doing his thing over there,
But man, it was mixed reviews. I'm sorry to cut you off, bro.
My fault, bro. Go. It's your question.
Man, it was mixed reviews. Some people come and they be like, man, I really like that right there, because he was really good which is why he's all about subtle details, because when he simplified whatever he did, it was always refined. Yeah. Versus if he just did something that was more abstract, just off the dome that he's not used to, or he was just like, I rock it. He'll tell you no matter what it looked like. I'd be like, I tell him right then and there, I'd be like, man, this don't look good, but I'm gonna rock it though. And I would the next day.
Because you rock with him.
Because I rock with him. And at the end of the day, he put his time and effort, his craftsmanship into it. I'm like, look, why not? Yeah. Because I could be wrong too. So what the hell do I know? And
it's so interesting because on this show we talk about style a lot, right? We talk about like the because I want to give people the basics. I think that it's important that once you know the rules, you know how to break them and do it well, right? Mm-hmm. Because people can't mix textile. If you don't know what you're doing, there's no way you can mix textiles and patterns and not look stupid. You see what I'm saying? It look like you a clown at the circus, right? The difference between being edgy and just looking dumb. You see what I'm saying? And so we like to lay the foundation here, but I love especially your style, John, because it's so different, it's so unique, it's so it's the epitome of edgy, right? So where did that come from? Like individually? Or was it just kind of something you just like kind of always just thought?
Truth be told, I mean, he even can testify. It happened. It started in middle school, and then high school. I kind of experiment even more, which is why I had him, doing shirts. I'd be like, put this color on there, like, and I would have multicolored shoes, no matter what. That's just I think that's.
I had looking like Riff Raff or something.
I did look like Riff Raff. I had the grill and everything. Yeah, I did. I did.
It's all good.
I
got 3 grills.
That was the time. Yeah. That was the times. But I mean, of course, I won best dress at an extremely artistic high school, HSPVA.
High school for performing and visual arts.
I did music,
Texas.
Yeah. So honestly, I think it started at early childhood, probably like 8th grade. It really when I started losing weight. I just like my man Jamil right here.
Really?
Yeah, I was husky too. I was in Huskies too. Yeah, it was a big dude.
I've always been a skinny dude, man. So long and lanky, one of them long lanky cats.
Short and stubby.
Really?
Complete opposite.
It's complete opposite. Night and day, bro.
But I wouldn't have nothing.
So it's safe to say that y'all ain't new to this. Y'all really are true to this. Like it's been since doggone near the sandbox that you guys have been about this lifestyle, been about this fashion thing, been about this culture, been about textiles, been about style, just been about everything, right?
Yeah.
Is that safe
when
to
you
say?
it is. When you truly think about it, and we had to actually discuss. I think it was maybe a couple months back that we really thought about, like, you know what, this started a long time ago.
Yeah.
That's what I was saying. I was saying that we had that conversation.
Yeah.
It was a deep conversation. But it was cool.
It is dope, man. I'm telling you, the first time I experienced you guys was from Brandon. He was like, "Yo, let's go check out this collection," because he knows Jasmine. And now he was like, "Yeah, my partner, her boyfriend, he's a designer." I'm like, "Shh, I'm with it. If I don't know the designer and he from Houston, I need to go. I'm there." And then when I came, I had a phenomenal time. And now, you know what I'm saying, I really, really appreciate the pieces. I really, really subscribe to what you guys I got going on. In fact, we need you to subscribe too. We do. Those of you who are listening and watching, especially our Facebook Live folks, we ask that you subscribe to our show on all major platforms, including iTunes, SoundCloud, Google Play, and Stitcher, and review our show in iTunes with constructive feedback. Be nice. Share this Facebook Live post and the entire show with your family and friends, and donate to our mission to bring enriched and inspiring content each and every week. You can donate at www.thesphere.tv/donate. We shout out to Betty Nelson and Latrice, my little sister. What's up? Appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure that you share the post with your friends and family. You know what? You can give it to your enemies too. I'm not tripping. Give it to anybody you want to and have them subscribe to the show. We'll see you guys on the flip side. So we got the show Inception coming up, right? Absolutely. Partnering with these major brands. Tell me from a business perspective how that was. Getting these partnerships and these collaborations going, because somebody we have a few folks that are out here right now, right, who want to become a designer, who are small business persons, who want to understand the ability to negotiate things that nature. So give them some game and some about what that process was like, because you're really partnering with some Fortune 500 and some Fortune 1000 international brands, right? Yeah. So tell us about that process real quick.
So I think it really starts with building genuine relationships. And truly understand, like doing what you know is right, not because there's a benefit to you, but because you want to be a part of something bigger than just yourself.
Yeah.
That just helping someone else, and something to help them do something that may be on a major scale and they may really impact lives. I think you always have to think about it that way. Okay, even though you may not be getting compensated for it, the bigger picture is: are you actually helping others in some form or fashion? And at the end of the day, is like you want to be part of something great, something that's impactful to others. So I'm all about building relationships. So, and I think it really came about when I started doing. I really got into photography a lot more, styling a lot more, and I felt like I can help out. That would be that's something that the value I could add. And then I would just pitch it, show what I can do, and help them out however I could. It got to the point where I never asked for anything until this show came up. Then I pretty much notified all of these various contacts and relationships that I've built over the time we've since inception of Jamil Hawk. And and it was no questions asked from them. They were just say no more.
So to echo you and to keep it succinct, like you said earlier, it's the power of relationship building. People don't understand, man, that regardless of what industry you're in, right, the relationships, that's the biggest capital you can have. Yeah, the bread is working. You can sign contracts and talk about all this, but if you can't collaborate and work with somebody based upon having a good relationship, you know what I'm saying? I'm older than y'all, so I don't know if y'all know this. This old school MC, no limit MC. He only had one record called MC. Oh God, I can't think of the boy's name now. MC
Hammer.
No, MC. I forgot. But anyway, but I can't think of the boy. I just went blank. But he always used to say, "All I have is my balls and my word." Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And that's about making relationship. Like I'm a man.
Right.
I say I'm gonna do something. I do it, and now you have trust in me.
Right,
Jamil.
Right.
Mm-hmm. So when you're putting on shows, right? Tell me about the power of relationships building as it relates to putting on a show, working with the models, working with influencers, working with venues, all of that kind of deal.
It's just learning to work together. I think that's the main thing is learning to work together. It's so many, personalities and things like that. It's just trying to figure it out, trying to find a plan to really like do something big and great. That's
Absolutely.
for a good cause.
Yeah, that's dope, man.
Empathy.
Yeah.
Empathy. Yeah, for sure.
Empathy.
Being able to put yourself in somebody else's shoes.
And understanding.
Yeah.
Without
that's big too.
Without like judging them or just listening to what they have to say.
Yeah.
That's big.
And understanding their perspective. Everybody has a different perspective. We all have different walks of life.
Right.
And understanding that. So when people are saying these things, they're not just saying it just to say it or to piss you off. Right. They're saying it because that's what's in their heart, and sometimes you have to just put yourself in their shoes, and figure out how to reconcile this thing and make it work.
Yeah, for sure. So let's go back to the design for a second, right? How do you come up with your silhouettes? How do you come up with your designs? What is the creative process like for you, Jamil?
So I pretty much I first see what's around me first, see what's going on as far as and I'm not talking about just the industry. I'm talking about just everybody, just period. And I look around and I try to innovate what I see already out there, but in a different light. So this classics, I really love classics. You can't go wrong with classic silhouettes, classic bombers, you can't go wrong.
Right.
But and then I take in inspiration, and the inspiration could come from all life, all parts of life. It can come from, military. It can come from
a song.
Yeah. I really love, like, when I design, I listen to music. That's a part of my, and I see shapes, I see colors, and it's just part of my creative process that I feel like I can only understand completely, because it starts speaking, and I start seeing things, and it's just not, and it's cool. Like, the process is really, really dope. It's just planning, that's a big thing, you know what I mean? That you have to really do as a designer, and it's just to plan it out. And designers think that you're not supposed to do that, but it's a main thing. It's a big thing,
And be strategic about this thing.
Yeah, right? You really gotta, if you really want to do it, you know what I mean? If you really want to kind of really, really do it and take it to another level, you have to plan it out, but be creative. That's the main thing. Be creative. Don't try to go out there and do what somebody else did.
Yeah.
Because they already got notoriety for that.
Right.
Do
5
something
Ps.
just
What are
5
5
Ps?
Ps?
Oh, you said 5 Ps.
Oh, you don't remember?
There's a
You
lot
don't
of
remember?
Ps out here.
Okay. Proper. What is he talking about?
Not that type of P.
I know. 5 Ps is dope.
The 5 P's, proper preparation prevents poor performance.
Yeah. Proper
Facts.
That's simple.
Facts. That's dope, man. Remember that. Proper preparation prevents poor. I can't even get it
See?
out. Poor performance.
That's why I didn't want to say it
Because
because
the tongue be getting tongue tied.
yeah, I get tongue tied.
Yeah. All
So-
good, brother. All good. All good at all.
Every time I allow him to say it, every time he'd be like, "What peas?"
Be like,
I just be like,
Look, right. Well, listen, man. This portion of the show. This portion of the show is sponsored by The Sphere. Are you starting your business and looking for a place to advertise? Do you have a need to reach out to thousands of people across the world to build your brand or sell your product? If so, get your product placement and advertising needs handled right here at The Sphere. We offer a wide variety of content delivery platforms, including iTunes, Google Play, SoundCloud, YouTube, and Stitcher. Plus, we have a vast demographic reach within the U.S. as well as modern countries across the globe. Now, listen to me. Our enriched content and inspiring dialogue put together with your strategic ad is surely to hit the mark every time. Call us today at area code 832-772-7789 or send an email over to advertise@thesphere.tv. We'd love to have your product placed right here. So let's kind of transition a little bit, guys, for a second to a couple of things. I was letting you guys know some of this off camera, man. Well, before we do that, though, we just had the 90th Oscar, the Academy Awards. So I was going through trying to look at the red carpet. And red carpet for menswear, honestly, is kind of boring sometimes because it's the same thing over and over, and it's the same black tie. So again, it's the basics, right?
Mm-hmm.
It may be a silhouette is slightly different or something like that, but I do want to kind of give a couple nods. See what I did there? Nods to a couple of guys who were on the red carpet, right? First person is Timothy Chalamet, right? He actually had on a soft pink Berluti, and it's something that you and I definitely, John, will wear. It was a soft pink tuxedo made by Berluti. It was the silhouette was great. The break was actually good. It wasn't 6,000 inches of fabric at the end at the bottom of the ankle, right? It was really, really dope. And so I appreciate that.
He said 1,000 feet.
Yeah, no, I can't. No, I can't. Look, bro, all that,
I tried to make you go, and I couldn't hold it in.
like all that fabric at the bottom makes me mad, bro.
like
Like
why?
you don't have to have crop pants. Everybody doesn't look good in it, honestly, and everybody can't pull it off.
Yeah.
But it don't like. Give me a quarter break and I'm good. You see what I'm saying?
At least fold it.
Yeah, but
Like
something.
like
Something.
don't just let it stack.
But
I would say-
if
oh,
you see
yeah.
on the screen for those of you who are watching, again, it was a nice juxtaposition and change from the typical red carpet black tux.
Them got to be Saint Laurent boots.
Yeah, them Saint Laurent. Yeah,
I'm about to
absolutely.
say, that's
Yeah,
clear.
come on, clear as cut. You know the Saint Laurent.
It could be somebody else though.
That's them.
It could be.
No, it was Saint Laurent.
That's
Oh, it
them,
was?
that's,
Okay.
that's them
God,
vinyl
I'm
joints.
good.
It was Saint Laurent.
That's them vinyl joints.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's them vinyl joints.
Those absolutely the vinyl joints. And then we also had Ansel Elgort, right? He was in a Tom Ford joint. But what I loved about this one though is the satin shawl. It was a satin shawl collar jacket, right? But it had satin French cuffs. The jacket was cuffed into it. It was very, very nice. If you look closely at the picture, for those of you who are looking, it was folded outward with a cuff.
And who designed this one?
This was Tom.
Tom Ford,
This was
yeah.
Tom. This is the king of suits right now, and the king of tuxedos right now. Tom. Tom is everywhere. When it comes to red carpets, when it comes to anything, he's everywhere. You can't really go wrong with a Tom. So, I even love the I don't even know the proper term for it, but I'm gonna call it the buttonhole, the faux buttonhole. That's if you look on the lapel, on the satin lapel, on the left one. You see?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah, it's
wow.
Yeah, certain details was very nice, man. It was,
See? That's the type of stuff.
No, but I said, yo, is that a button?
Yeah, because you don't
see that.
sit on
Oh,
tux.
shawl. That was pretty cool.
Especially on a tuxedo.
Especially on the tux, right?
Like they don't want brooches on tux.
Nah, because it
They
ruins
can't
the
tell,
status.
but they can't tell you what to do. It's fashion.
Exactly. It's your own thing. Then we also have Daniel Kaluuya, right? He was in Bruno Cucinelli. What I loved about him, I love Bruno.
Yeah.
You can
No one knows. Go listen. Go
knows what.
do
Yeah,
the history on Brunello
Yeah, I
Cucinelli.
think everybody know. Yeah.
No, they don't.
Yeah, no, I don't. I'm
No,
gonna go
they
do it
don't.
tonight. I don't know what you're talking about. I have no idea. I have no idea what you're referencing. Seriously, like I do not know. But guarantee y'all I know by next show. That might be you may have given me a show segment for next show. Appreciate you, baby.
For sure.
But when you look at what Daniel had on, man, I love the color.
Hey,
Talk to us, designer. Talk to us.
yo, this color
This color is everything.
It's
is
dope.
perfect for his skin tone.
Yeah, it
like
is.
that's one good thing. Style, just on the style segment. Your color, your
No
skin.
comment.
No comment on that.
The color's great.
But
On
the color,
his skin color.
but the color, but that's what I'm saying. What I'm saying for as in style is good to go against. You know, that's a good color
Yeah,
to go
yeah.
against his
Right,
color of
right,
his skin.
right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm
no, I
not
got
saying
you.
nothing
Good
about.
contrast.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
because-
just saying because it pops to us. That's why it's a great color. Because if it was on
Somebody that's lighter, it might
a
wash
little
them
lighter,
out.
it
Yeah.
might wash him out.
Absolutely.
And they probably wouldn't even go for it. You know,
Exactly.
Period. But this is a nice color for him.
Yeah, it is. And the silhouette is good. The pants are good. You know what I'm saying?
It was a perfect choice.
Construction is really good.
Yeah, construction is good. I mean, it's Bruno. I mean,
Right.
yeah, you know, it is what it is, right? And then Chadwick Boseman, T'Challa, right? from
Yeah, I heard Black
Wakanda.
Panther. The whole cast of Black Panther just
Yeah, they killed it. They
murdered it.
Killed it, man. But Chadwick, he kept it. He kept it Black Pantherish. I love it. It's not the typical red carpet look, and this was Givenchy Haute Couture. So this was expressly made for this brother, right?
Them shoes.
Those shoes are.
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
I have no idea. I
Zipper?
searched high and low trying to figure out who the brand is for the shoes.
It's an Italian.
Yeah, some
brand.
Italian, probably somewhere that we don't know. He got.
Or it could be
cobbled.
somebody that's obvious that we're not seeing.
Yeah, I don't know,
Sorry.
but I definitely see. But the jacket and the pants,
I just want to see how
like
how
the,
long the how
the boots
high
are. Yeah,
it-
with the upper. Yeah, going
yeah,
to the ankle.
because with a zipper right there. Because
I think it's
usually
a-
if it's shorter like a typical Chelsea boot with a zipper right there, is not like the construction is gonna be off. But usually, like in women, right, when they have these zippers in the front, they like on thigh highs or something when they zip them up, it's perfectly constructed because of the length.
Right.
But when it's shorter, it's harder to control that construction.
Yeah.
So, but it's perfect right here. So I'm just like, I want to know how.
Yeah, you
how
don't see any bubble, you don't see
Yeah.
any extra space around the ankle, so it's really dope, man. Make sure you guys who are listening go ahead and Google what Chadwick Boseman had. Lastly, Lakeith Stanfield. Lakeith Stanfield was in Xenia, right? I mean Xenia, Xenia is every designer's.
Is it black?
Huh?
Is it black? It's a black suit.
No, it's actually blue this time.
Okay.
But the reason why it's a typical.
Oh yeah.
It's a typical, not typical. He's a really thin dude, so it's easy to kind of get his silhouette right. But the reason I loved it because of the color. Number one, it was blue. It's different, and the silhouette is perfect. The silhouette is perfect. This is how, for those of you who are watching, this is what a tuxedo should look like on you.
Like a bespoke.
Yeah, I don't know if it's bespoke or not. You know what I'm saying? But it
is.
really looks like it. More than likely because it's too perfect.
I know it's the Oscars.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, nothing's off the rack. Absolutely, for
But
sure.
What I'm missing though, which is what I these are all great silhouettes, perfectly constructed, but I don't see the double breasted nowhere.
But
Oh, you about to hit me with it?
Tim Holland, he got you covered on the double breasted, and it's not your typical double breasted. Wait till you see these three buttons, right? Tim Holland. Oh my God, I'm super excited. Because double breasted is.
Oh man.
Look at the space between the buttons. Look at you. If you guys can see, Jamel's reaction when I say this is why I left him for last. Go back to it. Et. Wow. Go back to that joint for those. Google Tim Holland. Look how high the lapels are. Look at the space between the buttons.
Bro, this is the best.
Hey, bro. And guess who it is? It's Hermes. It's Hermes.
Why does that look?
Get into the mic. Get into the mic for me.
Wow.
Listen. You can't even say nothing, John. It's like I can't pick it apart. You trying to pick it apart? Can you pick it apart?
No, I can't. I just want it.
Yeah, you just want it, huh?
I just want it.
Yeah, it's.
I just want it.
Listen, the only thing that's missing that I would do is the straight fold, pocket square.
I would change the bow tie. Period.
Yeah, I would put that like a maroon at some point.
Yeah,
What are we missing? Talk to us, designer. What are we missing?
You gotta see that's a high double breast.
Yes, what I said. Yeah, that's very high, all the way up to the to the nipples almost.
But that's what I mean about subtle detail. It could just be a silhouette like that.
Yeah,
that subtle detail that a lot of people would be like, okay, but I wish it was this and this on it. But you don't need nothing.
That's not subtle though.
Yeah, when I first saw this,
it's subtle because it's black.
Yeah.
That's
when
what
I first saw this, I was like, yo.
If it was in any other color,
to go so high, there's so much space in between the buttons. I love it, man.
This wouldn't look good in any other color. I don't think.
You think so?
What? What color?
Any color, navy, black lapel, ivory,
maybe
black lapel.
maybe navy, black or white. Yeah,
Well, bro,
classic colors.
Yeah, classical, absolutely. Yeah,
classic
yeah.
colors.
But you said no color. But I'm just saying.
Look at you, y'all wild. So listen, make sure you go.
I did say no color. Okay, my fault.
Wine Bordeaux
Yeah.
with a black satin lapel. Like,
nah, I go all wine with black pants.
that's what I'm. Yeah.
White.
I didn't
white
say.
shirt.
I didn't say
Black.
like the pants too. Well, actually, I still would.
Yeah. There actually was something similar to that. But again, we've seen so many wines, so many Bordeaux tuxedos at this point. It wasn't special.
Not with that.
No, absolutely not. It wasn't special, in my opinion. So let's talk a little bit of news real quick before we jump into something else. But before we jump into something else, we're talking about all these designers, right? We're talking about Hermes, we're talking about Zegna, we're talking about Tom Ford, we're talking about Jamil Hawk, right? Which is going to be on the red carpets real soon. And these things come at a certain price because of the quality that's put into it, generally speaking. Jamil Hawk especially, right? But the other brands, they do cut corners as well sometimes. But you got to have your coin right in order to get some of this stuff, right? And if you want to have your coin right, then you need to holler at the Houston Housewives of Finance because they are sponsoring this portion of the show. Did you know that only 4 states in the U.S. offer financial education? 33% or more than 77 million Americans don't pay their bills on time. 39% of Americans carry credit card debt from month to month, and 39% of adults say they don't have enough savings. Do not become one of these statistics. Let Houston Housewives of Finance advise you on your increasing your cash flow and becoming your own money manager by scheduling your complimentary, that means free, personal financial strategy. Contact Houston Housewives of Finance today at 1-844-700-4463 or email us at info@houstonhousewivesoffinance.com. Ask how you can participate in a complimentary financial literacy workshop near you. Again, complimentary means what, fellas? Free. Y'all not listening.
Help me help you.
Houston Housewives of Finance are the new faces of the new age of financial services. So let's jump into some news real quick, right? Let's everybody say bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Right. No, bye-bye to Bachrach, man. Bachrach is closing their stores nationwide. The company is shutting down. It's a wrap. They're not closing a couple of stores. They're not diminishing, reducing staff. They're closing.
Are they
outright.
Are they telling why?
After 140 years, they've been around 140 years. The Great American Tiger Group, who owns them, are conducting the liquidations on behalf of the retailers' creditors. They just haven't been making sales. It is what it is, right? If you think about it, even here in the Galleria, it's been closed for a minute. Then it closed for a while, then it opened back up, then it closed for a while. They moved locations, then it opened back up. So it's been happening. They briefly emerged from bank. They filed bankruptcy in 2016, came out of bankruptcy in 2018, last year, and then filed again. After that, they said, okay, it's a wrap. So we got to say bye-bye to Burt Bachrach and and that's one of my favorite stores historically for just traditional, really well-made menswear. Another thing that's happening is, we have some JCPenney pinchers. JCPenney's they're pinching pennies right now. when they're close and they're reducing their staff.
Right.
The irony.
Yeah, right.
I know.
They're reducing their staff by 360 jobs. 360. Now they've had some corporate restructuring. An executive level or reorganization. They have a new executive vice president and a new chief customer officer and a new head of women's merchandising, which they need a new head of men's merchandising because some of that stuff in there they just need to stop. But they've eliminated 130 home office positions, headquarters positions, 130, and they've eliminated 230 retail positions across the country. You know, JCPenney is a Texas brand. And so a lot of that stuff has happened here. Here at home, and it's hit locally. So in terms of the state, and then there's just nobody likes a spoiled fruit. Nobody likes spoiled fruit, right? Nobody likes sour anything.
Nah.
So we like it right. We like it fresh. And there's a right new Burberry. You see what I did there? Luxury British heritage brand Burberry has announced that your boy Ricardo, that we just talked about it. Well, I can never say his name. Why you say his last name? Tissy. Okay, I be talking about T-She and everything. Listen, I don't want to disrespect the brother.
I just call him Ricardo.
Yeah, Ricardo. Effective March 12th, he will be the new chief creative officer. Now I'm excited about that. I'm super excited about that.
Man,
why are you excited, Jamil?
I'm excited for Burberry, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
just because his name, his name, far as in like taking what he did with Givenchy.
Yeah, with Givenchy. Yeah, he
totally changed the culture of Givenchy. Now, man, it's just amazing what he did. So, I mean, Burberry has that culture too, and it has a deep culture. I just want to see what he gonna do.
I think he's going to provide a new level of edge to the classic iconicism of Burberry.
But I want to know if he's going to take it streetwear or is he going to...
That's what I mean too. Same here. I'm curious.
Like,
I think he will.
Is that what he... I think that's what he... But I haven't...
No, God, no. You can't.
Plus it's popping right now.
You can't. Yeah, no, you can't take away the.
But that's what I'm saying. How is he going to do this plaid?
We're about to see.
We're going to find. This is Ricardo, bro. This is Ricardo. So for those of you who don't know about Ricardo, let me kind of give you a little brief history. First of all, he's going to direct all collections and present for the first time he's going to present in September. So he's presenting real soon. So yeah, brother got to figure out how to get. Look at John. Brother got to figure out how to get to that show, son.
I want to go.
Yeah, got to figure out how to get to that show.
I got to see what it is.
Yeah, man.
That's so disrespectful. I literally walked right by Burberry show.
Yeah. So, he was the creative director for Givenchy from 05 to 17 for 12 years. He changed the culture. He changed the game of Givenchy. Brought him back. Not even brought him back. They never really left, but it brought him to new markets. I think that was the big thing that he did for them. Brought him to new markets.
I didn't know he was with them for that long.
He was there for 12 years. 05 to 17, bro.
Givenchy really didn't. It really popped.
I mean, I can't. I'm talking about 12.
Really popped
for a couple years.
For like what year did Givenchy really get back?
2012, 13.
Yes, what I'm saying. But it takes time, right? Because you have to.
What he did with that is.
But what I'm saying is you have to take because you can never neglect your core, your base. So he has to take them slowly. And then once athleisure in 11, 12 started really hitting crazy, okay, now I'm gonna jump in it because I've been introducing pieces. Yeah, I've been introducing pieces little by little anyway. Now I'm finna just kill you boys. You see what I'm saying? He designed outfits for world tours for Madonna. He designed for Beyonce, Rihanna, it's the biggest names in the world. Collaborated with Nike since 14, so he's been working with Nike off and on as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
He's held design roles at Puma. Makes sense when you see what Puma's been doing, right? With Antonio Berardi and with Rufo Research.
Wow.
Yeah, so he's been family's been out here grinding. So it makes sense that he's at the House of Burberry. Look, I'm excited about this one, bro.
He deserved that money.
Yeah, he deserves it. He deserves it. And in 2013, he actually was awarded the international award. He was awarded the international award at the CFDA. They gave him the international award 5 years ago. So I'm excited to pay attention to what Burberry has going on, man.
That's
especially that show in September, bro.
Man, I want to know what he gonna do.
Listen,
it's bothering me.
I'm telling you, when I researched and read it, I hit up every PR person that I know that represents brands in New York and said, I gotta figure out how to get me at that show. I need it. I need to see what he's gonna do. And the minute I have that plug, I got your phone numbers.
But I see what you mean, that you want to see what he's going to do.
Yeah.
It's the difference between seeing it on screen and going to the show.
And experiencing the show.
And speaking the show.
Yeah. Talk to us.
Inception, March 10th. Go get you.
So real quick, man. Real quick. Let's talk about some investment strategies that I think that are important that we should make as gentlemen, right? This is Just for Gents, and we talk style, we talk fashion all day long.
Right.
We can talk it for 20 hours, right?
Right.
20 hours a day we can talk fashion. It's easy on this show.
It's easy.
It's really easy.
Super
But
easy.
we also want to appeal to the gentleman in a larger sense, not just fashion, not just style, right? But we want to understand and know and give a little tidbits on how to build yourself as a gentleman, right? So I kind of came up with about 8 ways or so that I think that are important. I want you guys to chime in. We only have about 6-7 minutes to do this, but let's just jump in. So the first thing I think is important, and it's kind of cliche, but I want to give some tips on how to do it. And that's to invest in your mind, right? And I think it's important. For example, take a poetry class. Do something totally different. It's not just reading books or going to school, right? I think here in America, we talk about going to school all the time, but there's so many more ways to increase your intellect, right? There's so many more ways. Learn a new language. How about that? You see what I'm saying? And even if you don't have, you're never gonna have the right accent. You're never gonna have because you're American. So don't worry about it. But
Country.
Country. Well, we Southern, right? I speak Spanish, but I sound like an American that speaks Spanish. I don't try to sound like a Spanish person because it's never gonna happen, right?
Right.
Join a book club. You see what I'm saying? But get around like-minded people that I think are that can push you. Another way is to grow in your artistic expression. Some people don't have any artistic expression, but some people have more than others. So I know, right? Because I don't get it. But grow with it, right? Learn how to cook. Learn how to cook. Not grilled cheese sandwich. Not top ramen.
But that's what I like.
No, I like it. I love a grilled cheese straight up. My daughter be like, my 2-year-old be like, Daddy, grilled cheese. I love them, fam.
Especially when we start mixing those exotic cheeses.
Exotic cheeses.
Look, he's a foodie.
No.
The dude is a foodie, right? The guy,
But they can't
John
cook,
Roy
though.
is a foodie, but
They can't cook.
That can't cook.
How does that even work?
It means that
I don't know.
Like, how does that work? You're a foodie, but
Good
can't
family
cook?
members that
You know?
can't cook.
Word up.
That's so you can't be perfect at everything. You can't be good at everything. This is one of those things where I've experimented time and time again and have failed miserably.
I hear you.
Right.
Right.
But I eat it.
No doubt. Another way to grow in your artistic expression is to take up an instrument. Maybe piano. Maybe learn how to play the drums.
Saxophone
Right. You see what I'm saying?
He played
Yeah, I'm with you.
Whatever.
I'm with you. You're a percussionist, huh? Play it all. I love it. Attend pottery classes. Right?
That's
It's actually really fun.
I was about to say that. I was just about to say that.
I love it, bro.
I was just
love
about
it.
to say that.
I'm truly right brain,
Yo,
man.
I want to take a pottery class.
Yeah, it's fun. I've taken a couple of them.
I was thinking about a show, right?
Yeah.
Just doing like these handmade potteries just all through the
Stop giving
off-season.
your game out though.
Bet.
You don't want nobody to bite your show, bro. What are you? This air vase you're making right now, John?
Yeah, what is
It's really
that?
weird. It's like you're caressing.
It
a
looks
woman
like
or
a
something.
mic.
Perfect dimension.
The perfect dimension. Cool. All right. Another way that we can invest in ourselves is to do everything we can to increase our financial portfolio. Right. But do it differently. Right. Start with penny stocks. Don't jump out the window and try. Because the whole market thing is confusing, convoluted. It can be expensive to pay a broker. Start with penny stocks that you can do on your own. Join an investment group. Right, you and your friends get together and create an investment group, and you put together a portfolio of investments that you think will be wise, and invest in them together. I actually had some students, man, that I gave them some game on how to invest in some property, and 7 of them actually bought 2 plots of property in Third Ward with their refund checks from college. They made an investment group. Boom, right? It's easy to do it. You got 21-year-olds doing it.
What school they
TSU, bro. Texas Southern University. Yeah, I told them how to do it. I told them how to do it, and they put it together. They called me and said, Prof, we want to figure out how to do it. I said, I got you. And boom, they got two properties.
That's what's up.
As an investment group, and they have their own LLC and everything. So they 21, 22 years old with $400,000 in property in inner city Houston.
Assets, man.
Assets.
boys
in
have
Third
assets.
Ward.
In Detroit, and the assets
Detroit.
will continue to grow. Right?
Woo!
Absolutely.
What?
Well, gentrification
Abs-
is alive
Live
and well.
and well, absolutely.
Woo!
So
In that mug.
another way is this is just for gentlemen, so we can't forget this, and that's to cultivate your personal style. Grow in your personal style, right?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna let John style me.
Listen, if you want to holler at House of Savvy, go ahead and DM him. I think you know. I
John
think
hate styling me, man.
I think Senor
Well,
will.
yeah, you gotta go to Senor Guapo. Cause I'm too.
No, I go there too. I'm client specific.
No, yeah.
Whatever the client wants is what I give them because they paying me.
Oh,
You see what I'm saying? So if they want a suit, I'm hey, we're gonna do a suit. But if they really want to jump
Oh,
out
we
the
won't put
window,
on a suit.
yeah, I know. But if they want, what I'm saying is they want to jump out the window and really go for it, look, we can do that too.
Oh,
You know
I'm
what saying?
talking about it.
Yeah. So, but another way,
Yeah, I was
another way
gonna come
to
here
do
in the
it.
poncho. I ain't gonna lie.
Another way that would be fly. Another way to do it, is to visit menswear blog. Well, first of all, the first way to do it is to hit subscribe on www.thesphere.tv/Jesus for Gentlemen. Subscribe to the show. We'll show you how to increase your style, to cultivate your style. But your blogs, go to different blogs. You can go to www.seniorwapo713.com. You can go to that blog if you want to.
get served.
Right? But I think that there's what's key is invest in one quality luxury item per year. One. It can get expensive. I mean, it is what it is.
That's manageable though.
Yeah, but one is save your coin.
That's manageable.
Put back $100, $50 a check. Put back $100 a check, and there's 52 checks. That's $5,200.
Oh, you gonna get a boy bag for Chanel for that?
You see what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
I barter.
Right, or luxury resale or luxury consignment.
That's exactly what I do.
Luxury resale.
The real. What is that?
Yeah, luxury resale, luxury consignment, right?
Yeah.
Another thing is to expose yourself to different cultures. Travel.
Man, that's what
what
I
we
want.
doing.
That's what
now.
I'm talking
The
about.
thing-
Man, that's what I'm talking
Right.
about.
The thing about traveling is we always talk about traveling internationally, which I agree. But there are so many different subcultures within the United States that you don't have.
I haven't
Think
really-
about it. Go up to South Dakota, go to Montana, and go to a reservation. Go to Arizona and go to a reservation and learn about some Native American culture. Go to Hawaii and talk to the Polynesians in Hawaii.
I've
Go
been
to the
in Hawaii a
Inuit.
couple
Go to the Inuits up in Alaska in Juneau, right? Go to Puerto Rico, right? You see what I'm saying? No,
It's
seriously.
cold. It's cold up in
Yeah,
Alaska.
yeah, no, it is, but it's still culture, and you.
It is.
different,
I'm
right?
like, hey, for real. Like,
I had to get a cabin. That'd be dope, actually.
Yeah, it'd
definitely.
be super dope, right? You can
That'd
also
be
another
dope.
way you can amplify your health. This is something that John and I are really big on.
and I'm trying to
Yeah,
get back
amplify
on it.
your health, right?
I'm dying right now.
Eat clean, man.
Say that like that.
Eat clean.
I try, but
Eat clean. And eating clean doesn't mean you got to do it 7 days a week. You can have a cheat day. You can even have 2 cheat days. But the other 5 days, eat clean. Do what you have to do to eat clean. Be disciplined, right? Minimize your alcohol. Minimize your weed, right? Right? But also go to therapy. Go to counseling. Get your mental health in order. A lot about listen to me. I need y'all to listen to me.
that's real though.
Get your just because you ain't going through anything currently doesn't mean you don't need help. You don't need to talk to someone. Get your mental health in order. Listen, we just had a sad situation of a mentally ill young man who had been ostracized, lambasted, castigated out in Florida. What happened in Parkland, Florida? He was mentally ill. Potentially had somebody made some intervention with him young at an earlier stage. That may not have happened. We don't know, but that's definitely a viable possibility, right? So, listen, we all have stress. We all have life to go through. Go make sure your mental health is in order, please. Another one is to mature your daily habits. This one's gonna be funny. This is a personal thing for me.
Hold on, I got a
Talk to
cool fact. If you're into sports, DeRozan has a mental issue.
A lot. Yeah, he does. DeMar DeRozan. Yeah, he has a
DeMar
mental defect.
DeRozan, I didn't know that. I was looking on ESPN.
He does. A lot of people do. Depression is real,
Wow.
man. Depression sets in. It's undiagnosed, and we don't even know it sometimes. Clinical depression. You can be depressed like that quickly, that easily, right? And so it's good to just talk to people, to clinicians, to those folks who are trained in this to help you move through it. That don't mean you crazy. That means you just want to get listen, we get tune-ups for our cars all the time. Why the hell we can't get a tune-up for our minds? You see what I'm saying? Mature your daily habits. What do I mean by that? Now follow me on this. Stop using paper plates. Stop using paper goods. And the reason why I say that is because that's a cheat. When you pay for things, you know it's an investment. You take care of them, right? And so if you start to try to attempt to live a luxury lifestyle, then you'll start thinking luxury things. Now, it's not being bougie, right? So certain things where you try to cut corners all the time, just stop cutting corners and just have what you have, take care of it, right? Stop getting cheap stuff, get quality, right? Whatever that may be. It could be a vehicle, it could be an apartment, it could be some eyeglasses, it could be a ring. Get quality, right? No more plastic forks. Chill. First of all, it's a waste of money. Why have plates that you bought? Only go buy more plastic forks and buy more plastic ware.
Laziness.
7 times a month.
That's crazy. Laziness.
It's a waste of money.
Creatures of habit.
Because you don't want to, because you're lazy and don't want to wash a dish. Damn it! It takes 10 minutes to wash dishes.
Wow.
You see what I'm saying?
That's crazy
What the mind does, right?
That's
okay,
crazy.
So that's what I'm saying. Moral of the story is no cheap stuff with that one. Just because you're investing in things. And lastly, increase your spirituality. Regardless of what you believe in, I am a Christian to my core, but I'll never push my relationship with God on anyone else on what they believe. Right?
Same.
But so daily meditations, do some reflections, just carve out some time for you to center yourself, whatever that looks like. I center myself in the morning with praise and worship, reading scripture and praying every morning. Bring in my 2-year-old daughter, me and my wife. Right? Do it as much as possible. But whatever that looks like for you, gents, man, center yourself some kind of way so that you can become a balanced individual. That's what we are about here at G's for Gentlemen.
That's what's up.
So, with that being said, man, we've gone way over time. ET, I appreciate you so much for your patience. Thank you. Our producer is amazing.
She's amazing.
Fellas, give your a quick little 20-30 second final word and how they can get in contact with you and some specifics about the event Inception.
Inception at the Mansion, March 10th. You can find more information at any one of our Instagrams and many other models and team members, but you can go to website Jamil Hawk, JamelHawk.com/Inception, INCEPTION, or go to the Instagram handle, Jamil's JAMELHAWK _, or mine's the House of Savvy. That's 2 V's if you didn't know.
Really
so you can find that as well.
That's important.
But yeah, it's going to be a phenomenal show. I think everyone's going to be very pleased with what they see from both designers. That's Jamil Hawk and Chastity Surreal, who will be opening the show. So you'll be in for a treat with her, a women's wear couture. And some exceptional music artists, Leland, Luke Whitney, Imani Scott, just a few names to drop. But you're gonna have a great time. I promise you won't regret it. Go ahead, Jamil. Take the mic.
Any last comments, Jamil?
Last comments would be just enjoy life, be great at what you do, and plan.
Listen, raise your glasses, fellas.
Raise your glasses.
Raise your glasses. Listen, guys, we want to tell y'all every time, you can keep it gangster or you can keep it gentlemanly, but always keep it G. Till next time.
Till next time.